Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will going to discuss the boundary conditions. Okay. We will discuss the boundary condition for different material. Okay. Basically, boundary condition is the a simple, you can say this is the border between two material. Material may be dielectric or a conductor. Okay. So we will study what is the effect of the electric field and magnetic field with different boundaries. Okay. So in this section we will discuss the two component of the electric field and two component of the magnetic field. Two component means the normal component of electric field density or intensity, or similarly uh, two component for the magnetic field intensity or a magnetic field density. The component one is the tangential or second is normal component. Okay. So in boundary condition we have to find the tangential and normal component of electric field and electric flux density. Okay. We will consider static electric field. We have to consider the boundary condition for two boundary condition we will discuss. First is a conductor and free space. Second is second between two perfect dielectric material with different dielectric constants. Okay. So in this section, boundary between dielectric and conductor. So in this diagram you can see this is the boundary. Okay, this line is represent the boundary, and the upper part is represent the free space, and the lower part represent the conductor. Basically below the boundary all the portion is filled by the conductor. Okay, and above the boundary all the portion is free space. So we will discuss the two component, electric field intensity and electric field density with the normal and tangential component. This is the normal electric field intensity divided by two component, normal component, tangential component and normal component from the surface of the conductor. Similarly, for the electric field density divided into the tangential and normal component. Okay. Also we will discuss the two type of the surface. One is closed loop surface ABCD, and second thing is cylindrical surface. Okay. By using this two type of the concept, we will prove the boundary conditions. Okay. The external electric field intensity is decomposed into two components, one tangential and one normal to the conductor surface. Okay. The tangential component of E should be 0. If it is not 0, a tangential force would be applied to the surface charge and monostatic condition will occur. Okay. For static conditions, the tangential component of E and D are 0. So this concept we have to prove in boundary between the dielectric and conductor for static field. So electric field and the tangential component of the electric field intensity and electric field densities are 0. Let we consider a closed path ABCD. Okay, and also we consider a unit positive charge move along the closed path, and total work done by the charge particle to in this loop ABCD equal to 0. Okay, so the total work done by the charge particle equal to 0 from the uh, line integral of E dot dl equal to 0. Okay, so okay, so you can see in this diagram total work equal to 0. The component divided into first is A to B, from A to B. Second it B to B dash, B to B dash. Okay, and third is B dash to C. B dash is basically on the surface of the conductor. Okay, and D dot dash also is surface on the surface of the conductor. And third is B dot C, surface of conductor to the in dielectric in conductor, sorry. And third is C dot C dash to D, C dash to D. And fourth is D D dash to D, and last one is D dash to A. So component B dash C, B dash C, this wala, okay, inside the conductor, and DC, this is also inside the conductor, and D dash D also the inside the conductor. So these integrations, okay, are inside the conductor, and in electric field does not exist inside the conductor. Basically electric field is not possible inside the conductor. So this term is equal to 0. Remaining term is only AB, okay, A to B, and integration of del W, total length. So and field is tangential component of the electric field. So ET del W, and second thing is minus N naught En, normal component of the electric field, 1 by 2 del L. 1 by 2 meaning of the basically L del L divided by 2 portions. Okay, so B dot B, and direction is negative. Electric field intensity is normal component of electric field density is in negative directions. So minus En, 1 by 2 del L, and B dot C, B dash C is 0, C dash D is also 0. Basically these are the inside the conductor, and these also inside the conductor. Remaining last one is D dash A, okay, D dash A above the conductor, and the direction of electric field is positive. Okay, so En 1 by 2 del L. Okay, so in this equation you can see this is the negative portion and this is the negative positive portion. Both are the same equation, and the magnitude is same but direction is opposite. So both term is cancel out. So remaining term is Et del W. Okay, so Et equal to 0. So we have proved the tangential component of electric field density on the conductor equal to 0. Similarly, we can analyze the electric field density from the equation of Et equal to epsilon naught Et. So Et equal to 0, so dt is also equal to 0. So above equations show that the tangential component of electric field intensity and electric flux density are equal to 0. Okay, in case of the free space and conductor boundary conditions. Okay, so in this section we will discuss the normal component of the electric field density and electric field intensity. Okay, basically in this section we will only discuss the tangential component of the electric field and magnetic field for free space and conductor boundary conditions. Okay, so in this section we will discuss the characteristic of the normal component of the electric field density and electric field intensity. Okay, So we will consider the cylindrical Gaussian surface. Okay, the Gauss law is charge enclosed. Basically, the Gauss law shows the total charge inside the surface. So we discuss the cylindrical surface. Okay, so total charge inside the surface is equal to divided into four portions. First portion is top portion, second is bottom portion of the cylindrical, third is side surface in the free space, and fourth is side surface in the conductor. Okay, so the bottom surface of the cylindrical cylinder and some part of the side surface is within the conductor. Okay, so portion of bottom and portion of side surface inside the conductor, total electric field equal to 0. Basically inside the conductor there is no charge. So second and fourth term of the above equation are equal to 0. So remaining term is total charge top and side surface in the free space. हाँ बता दो. So del L less than W del W. The area of the side surface is negligible. Okay. So in that case, the only term is remaining is top portion. Basically, this term is negligible. Okay. Basically, the del L is very small compared to the del omega, del W. So total charge inside the surface is equal to d dot ds for top portions. So we can q equal to dn and normal component of the electric flux density equal to del n del s. So q equal to charge equal to rho s del s. Okay. Basically the q is equal to rho is surface charge density. So from surface charge density and total area we can calculate the total charge. So both equation is similar. So del n del s equal to rho s del s. So del s is cancel out. The remaining term is del n equal to rho s. Okay. So we can also calculate the electric field intensity from the electric flux density by using this equation. So En equal to rho s by epsilon naught. So we have proved the electric flux leaves the conductor in direction normal to the surface, and the value of the electric flux density is numerically equal to the surface charge density. Okay, the density is completely dependent on the surface charge density. Now we discuss the boundary between the dielectrics. Okay, in this section we will discuss the two dielectric. Okay, different dielectric constants. Here is ER1 and here second is ER2. So same concept we will apply. Total work done by the unit charge for closed loop A, B, C, D equal to 0. So total work is divided into the four part. One is AB, second is BC, and third is CD, and fourth is DA. Okay. So here del L less than W, del W. So del L term is ignored. Del L term is AD and BC term is negligible. So remaining term is AB and the component is ET1, and similarly for the DA is ET2. Basically this is the opposite directions. ET1 is in this direction and ET2 is in this direction from C to D. Okay. So total work done by the positive charge equal to 0. So ET1 equal to ET2. So the tangential electric field density is continuous across the boundary. So from the electric field density intensity we can calculate the electric field density also, okay, by using the standard equations dt1 equal to et1 et2, similarly for the dt2, okay. This is the ratio et1 dt1 by dt2 equal to e1 by e2, epsilon 1 is by epsilon 2. Okay. Now second, this is basically we have calculated the tangential component of the electric field and tangential component of the electric field intensity and tangential component of electric field density. Now we will discuss the normal component of the electric field density and intensity in case for the two dielectric material. So by applying the Gauss law for the cylindrical surface, the total charge inside the cylindrical surface equal to integration of d dot ds. So del S is very short, hence the area of side surface is negligible. So similarly for total charge is top and bottom, okay. So dn1 del S minus dn2 del S. Rho S is the surface charge density. So this term and this term is equal. So equivalent both term and cancel out del S del S. The remaining term is dn1 minus dn2 equal to del S. But for dielectric material, the surface charge density equal to 0. So rho S equal to 0. So dn1 equal to dn2. Okay. The normal component of the electric flux density is continue and electric field intensity is discontinue. So from here we can calculate normal component of the electric field intensity. So figure 2.51 show the reflection of the D at the dielectric surface for case E1 greater than E2. Okay. So he is dielectric question 1 and this is dielectric question 2. And the flux density is divided into two parts, tangential and normal component. Or similarly for D2 divided into two component, tangential and normal component. So dn1, okay, dn1 equal to d1 cos theta. Similarly dn2 d2 cos theta. Okay, from the equation number dn1 equal to dn2, so we put the both equation d1 cos theta 1 d2 cos theta 2. Okay, and for the similarly for tangential component dt1 equal to d1 sin theta dt2 d2 sin theta, and dt1 and the ratio of dt1 and dt2 e1 by e2. So from equation for ratio and from equation 2.13 we calculate this equation et2 d1 sin theta equal to et1 d2 sin theta 2. Okay, so divide both equation, divide two equation d2 equation 2140 by 21139. So this is the sin theta 1 divided by sin theta 2 equal to epsilon 1 divided by epsilon 2. The magnitude of D in medium 2 we can calculate from equation 1 2.139 and 2.140. So dt equal to this term and similarly for E2 equal to this term. Okay. So in this section we only discuss the two type of the boundary condition. First one is uh, free space to conductor, second is dielectric to dielectric, and we have also discussed the effect of the boundary condition for tangential and normal component of the electric field and magnetic field. Electric field intensity and electric field density component. So in next lecture we will discuss the boundary condition for magnetic field, magnetic field normal component and magnetic field uh, tangential component with different boundary conditions.